guys, I'm currently journaling while wearing my Harry Potter Christmas pajamas. These are so comfortable, I don't even care what time of year it is. So I've been using this 1 line a day journal, and it's so cool because it has every single page for every single day of the year, and so I could like open this up and see what I was doing on May 30th of last year. And a couple days ago, I was writing about these really strange coincidences that we've experienced since losing Winnie. And sometimes I think they are like little signs from her. So for example, when we took Tumnus to the pet store last week and he was picking out a toy, we heard someone calling their dog saying, "Winnie, Winnie." So someone in the pet store, and there was only like 1 or 2 people in the pet store with us, and their dog was named Winnie, and like hearing her name was so strange because I never hear people who have a dog that's named Winnie. So that was a really strange coincidence. Then we were in bed a few nights ago watching the first season of Severance, and one of the last episodes, in like the last 5 minutes, the song "I'll Be Seeing You" started playing, and it instantly made me tear up because that's the song I chose for Winnie's memorial reel that I put on Instagram. And that's also an extremely old song. I think it came out in the 1940s, and I never hear it anywhere else, and it started playing in the TV show we were watching. And then I almost feel like this last one is like the weirdest one. Remember that song that was trending on TikTok like 3 years ago, and it was like, "My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds"? We had like this inside joke with Winnie, and we would say, "Winnie don't jiggle jiggle, she's old." Don't ask us why we did that, okay? Everyone sings weird things to their dogs and says weird things to their dogs, but we found it to be really funny. And I was scrolling on Instagram a couple days ago, and all of a sudden this reel showed up on my page, and it was this litter of English bulldogs, and the song playing for that video was that one. And what was so crazy is I was watching it thinking like, oh my gosh, this is so weird that this song is playing with an English bulldog litter, and one of the dogs had a little like circle on their head, and that's exactly what Winnie looked like. And I don't know, it's just been really strange coincidences, and while they all have made me kind of tear up, they're also kind of comforting. Okay, we are currently on our way to a dead mall. It's called Woodbine Mall, and it was built in 1985. And a dead mall is not exactly what you think it is. I used to think it was like a creepy old abandoned place that people haven't been to in hundreds of years. But a dead mall actually just means a mall with very, very low traffic. It is still open, and it also means that it hasn't been renovated in many, many years. So because it hasn't been renovated since the 80s, it's like you're walking back into a time capsule. What's so cool about this mall is that it has an indoor amusement park called Fantasy Fair. And when I was a kid back in the 90s, my grandparents would take me there all the time. And it had like all of these animatronics and weird dinosaur statues everywhere, but I remember having such a fun time. There was one thing that used to creep me out, and it was a train ride that went through a very dark tunnel. And I remember all the kids would start screaming whenever we went through it, and it reminded me of that really creepy scene from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. But because I have so many memories of my grandparents taking us there, we actually asked them to be in this video with us, so they are meeting us at this dead mall. They haven't been there in I think 10 years, and I haven't been there in about 24 years. So I'm interested to walk in and see how time has stopped, to see how it's just stuck in the 80s, and to see what this Fantasy Fair looks like now. This mall has been going viral on TikTok with people going there and showing all the footage of the rides being broken down, and even a lot of the animatronics have their faces broken off, and there's like subreddits about this dead mall. So we're gonna go there right now. I'm so excited, but also a little bit nervous. See you there. I remember all of these animals being everywhere, and the train. Super awkward because everyone's like watching us. Stand. used to watch us?
you when you were going around.
Aww. I feel like I used to be afraid of that ride though.
Yeah, because when you got on over here, here's when you got on.
Yeah.
And it would just kind of come around, and then you had to stand there and walk into the seat. My goodness, Jess, they still have the water and the money.
Oh my gosh. I'm sure we threw coins down there too.
They just left it exactly how it used to be.
I know.
They haven't kind of...
Yeah. So we just spoke to one of the staff members here, and he said he thinks this place might be open for the next couple years, but he said the reason why the rides and stuff are so broken down is because the parts are extremely expensive to get from Italy, I believe, and so that's why some of them are just kind of left to rot here. I would say like 50% of the rides are still usable, and the other ones just kind of sit here rusting and not being used anymore.
This is where we used to come when Jess and her sister were little, and Jess loved the merry-go-round. And when it was time to get off, there was no way. Jess was not getting off. Like, she was clinging to the horse and then started to cry if you tried to lift her up. And so you just kind of looked at the person and went around again, or got off and paid and went around again.
My grandpa was saying that a lot of these merry-go-round horses were hand carved, and so you can just see how much detail they used to put into rides like this, and it's so sad how it's just like sitting here, not really being used. It's actually cool because this was off the entire time we've been here, but one little boy just went on this ride, so it's finally going.
We're now coming to the highlight of the day. After we do all the rides and fun here, we come to Jessica's favorite ice cream store, Baskin Robbins. And her favorite ice cream was
Mint chocolate
chip. Oh look, there's frozen.
They've probably had that up since the movie came out like 10 years ago. It's really cool how the train ride goes right over the walkway. So you have to literally step over it, and even the things come down to tell you the ride's about to cross, which is really cool. This place is very liminal space now. Like, I feel like I could see photos of this place on the subreddit and it would just like fit right in. I wonder if we're allowed to go up this observation deck. Do you think we can go up there? Well, we're going up. I don't know if we're allowed, but... So we just got a ticket to go on the train, which I'm scared about because I was always afraid of the tunnel as a kid. So my grandma and I are gonna go on. And we're gonna see what it's like 24 years later. All right, we're on the train.
Here we go.
It's faster than I thought.
Here you start to see all the tunnels coming. The tunnel's coming.
Oh, the tunnel is coming. I'm scared.
Here you go, Jess.
I'm scared.
Here you go.
Woo!
Oh!
I forgot about that one. We're going back in the tunnel.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hi, Grandpa.
Oh, under a bridge. I don't know what that was. Aw, that was fun. That was fun.
After all these years.
I know. Love that. We are currently on the way to see the Wolfman movie, and I don't know a ton about it aside from it being a werewolf film, and I love werewolves, and I'm repping some merch today for the movie. This is the Wolfman sweater that was given to me by Universal Pictures. It's so comfy, and people are gonna think I'm a huge fan of the movie when we go in to get our popcorn. I watch a few horror movie reviewers on YouTube, and two of the people that I really trust with their film opinions said this movie was really good, so I have some high hopes. We're gonna see. Okay, you know what? That was good. I feel like there were some really unique transformation scenes, because sometimes you feel like once you've seen one werewolf movie, you've seen them all. But this one had some really unique takes. And while I was watching it, it reminded me of this one time when I was a kid and my dad took my sister and I to Blockbuster. And we picked out, I think it was like a Barbie movie or something like that to bring home to watch. And when my dad put it into the DVD player, it ended up being that like Goosebumps werewolf movie. And I was so nervous to watch it, but we watched it anyways, and it gave me nightmares all night long. There was one scene in this movie that reminded me of Goosebumps, and I'm scarred for life.
So I take it that's a good thing then.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I think if I was gonna rate it, maybe like 7 out of 10. So I think for a horror movie, that's a pretty good rating. I enjoyed myself. I don't know about you.
I'll give it the same, but it would have been an 8, but the werewolf doesn't play basketball. So, you know.
Bummer.
Yeah. Nothing will beat Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox.
True.
Nothing will.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.